you know I want it deep inside. Free your mind, and I'll take you for a ride and make you wanna call my name. I am the reason that you feel like you're alive. Call for me, I'll keep you breathing. You'll be my heartbeat parasite. It's alright, let your know inside come out and touch me. Scream all night, that's what I like. You'll be my heartbeat parasite. Oh, my heartbeat parasite. My heartbeat parasite.
Hello, Vigo's Court. Welcome back. I am your host, or your judge, Judge Vader, and I am joined by the lovely counselor Shep. How are you doing,
Hello, everybody.
Shep?
How are we doing today? I'm doing good. A little early for me, but I'm feeling good. How are you doing, Vader?
I'm doing well. Like, honestly, the voice is mostly back.
Yeah, you sound good.
Right? Yeah, it does sound good. I will let you know, if I get too excited, my voice is going to just cut as if my mic is peaking, but it's not my mic, it's actually my voice. So yeah, I'll try to I'll try to be like excitable, but not like, as you can tell, as I like raise the register of my voice, like it yeah, like there, it was gone. I couldn't, no sound came out.
I will try to cover for you where I can.
I appreciate you. Looks like I had gotten invited by Spider into a lobby though for Arctic Wolves. We got a pretty good matchup here with Wrecking Crew and Arctic Wolves.
I am excited to watch this matchup today. I am very excited to watch this matchup today.
Yeah, honestly, it should be a really, really good one. I'm inviting Wrecking Crew right now. That way they can get their survivors in here. But yeah, I mean, both of these teams really have performed pretty well. I mean, they're in the division. I forget what the name of the division is, but in their division, they are the top two teams right now, I believe.
Wrecking Crew and Arctic Wolves.
Yeah. So this is a pretty good rivalry, and it decides quite a bit. So Wrecking Crew wants to come out and try to take this lead. I think Wrecking Crew does have a loss for sure. So they need Arctic Wolves to lose possibly 2 games in order for them to try to take the divisional lead. So they probably need them to lose this one and then lose another. But if Arctic Wolves loses this one, then, I mean, they technically kind of have the tiebreaker over Arctic Wolves, wouldn't they? At least for now, in the standings right now.
That's a lot of math that I'm not very good at, but I think you might be right there. So this is going to be a really important game for both of these teams right now. Especially, I think everyone kind of considers Arctic Wolves as like the top dogs, one of the top dogs in this league. So Wrecking Crew has a lot to win and prove here, and they've shown that they're pretty, like, they've been doing really, really well. So I think they're going to be able to give Arctic Wolves a run for their money here.
I would agree. Definitely, Wrecking Crew has come out and performed very well within the league, having as many wins as they do as well. But with any what's it called? With any game, we've seen any given game, anybody can win, right? So I think Arctic Wolves can come out and, of course, continue being kind of top dog in the spot. But Wrecking Crew really can come out here, prove that it's not going to be an easy path, as it has almost looked like for Arctic Wolves, right? They do have competition within their division for sure.
Which is healthy and good. Keeps things exciting, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, Arctic Wolves has had really close matches as well in some of their matches, so it's not to say that they have had a cakewalk, but they have come out and looked very good, and of course gotten the win in all of their matches.
Arctic has had a very strong season so far, so the fact that we are now well into week 6, I believe, and I don't know what week we're on anymore.
We're on week 6.
But yeah, okay. Now that we're well into week 6, it's nice to see that there is still some competition for them to have to worry about. That this isn't just like an easy walk to finals for them.
Oh, for sure.
Which just speaks to the caliber of the other teams and does not diminish Arctic Wolves and the incredible performances they've given us thus far.
Can I also say that, like, when we were looking at the qualifier tourney for this and stuff, like, Arctic Wolves looked very dominant, Six looked very dominant, and the rest of the teams kind of fell into place, but it looked like those were the two top dogs, right? But really, we've had Monarchy really emerge. We've had Demise and Demise emerge pretty powerful as well. And then, I mean, we've got Wrecking Crew here. Don't count them out. Don't discount them at all, because they're also performing very well. So we've got a lot of teams that have pulled in front within the league, and it's really good to see. We've got other teams that are struggling a little bit as their record shows, but I mean, as we've seen within the league, we have a lot of close matches that do occur. So I wouldn't say those teams are even like super far off, but it's really good showing within the league this season.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think consistently, more often than not, we do see games where it's we've had very few games that are decided by the third round, like definitively, or by the end of the third round. Like, we usually have to play that fourth round. So it's been nice to see that even though we have had a couple games where there is very obviously a stronger team, by the end of game 3, more often than not, we're seeing a lot of our teams are coming in with no clear winner or within a couple points of each other, even into game 4.
Right.
So it's been a very exciting season, and we've had some really good matches throughout the entirety. So I'm glad that we can keep that trend going, even at our halfway point. And the matches coming up in the following weeks are also looking really good.
Yeah, and of course, as we talk about all the matches that are going on, and it looks like our survivors are pretty much ready at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I think we should review the map we're going to, of course, because we haven't done so yet, right?
So let's talk about our map here, yeah. Where are we going, Vader?
Well, we'll be going to Groaning Storehouse here. That is the home of Wrecking Crew here, and as you can see, in terms of map size, it is a little bit on the smaller side, but this is kind of your arrowhead-shaped map, as you may have heard it called before. It is honestly, it's a very good map for killers and survivors alike.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very interesting map, in my opinion.
Right. I think this is a really good match that you could see some S tier killers come out. But I think if you're Wrecking Crew, Arctic Wolves has already proven that bringing S tiers versus them is kind of a mistake, because it's all they practice against. But
yeah.
It should be interesting to see. We're going to see Arctic Wolves kill first. Do they pull an S tier here?
I think it depends. If they know that Wrecking Crew is their current competition in the league right now, they just might.
Should be interesting to see. We do see all the offerings we need to see. So let's go ahead and check our killer rules real quick. For sure, our killer will be looking to score via those hook states. So will make sure that, of course, they are trying to score via those hook states, but progressions are 1 point less. A 4K would result in 2 extra points for sure. Any entity kills, which does not actually include a Mori, would be the corresponding hook and the progressions. A Mori is just the corresponding hook without the progressions. That includes a pig head trap there, so kind of important within this league. But definitely there are 30 points available to the killer here. For more on these rules, type !rules in the chat.
And we're going to look at our map one more time, you guys. That is going to be Groaning Storehouse. Right before we head in, if you weren't sure, if you get on there and you're not entirely sure, that's where we are. We're going to Groaning Storehouse. I know all these McMillan maps kind of look alike, and it looks like we are going to see Arctic Wolves start with Pyramid Head.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this is a really, really good choice, actually.
Cute.
Yeah, I know a lot of people try to run that. Oh, no hit here. Nice try on the predict, but not quite.
Yeah, and we have I want to point out we have seen Solar Blazer come out and do a lot of really good work for Arctic Wolves, but it's kind of nice to see a change in who's playing killer for them this week. So I'll be interested to see how they perform. Landing that M2 at the window there, Animation Lock's going to be really dangerous against Pyramid Head, especially on this map where you have a lot of windows and pallets within these jungle gyms.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always been kind of Pyramid Head's MO, right? Like, go ahead and get Animation Locked. That is going to equal... Oh, wow. Quick and quiet. Nice.
I think so, yep.
I mean, that'll help you definitely within chase, especially with an Animation Lock.
Ooh, and we see the first down into the side jungle gym with a really beautiful M2, while our Corrupt Intervention is still up on the map, even as our first gen pops, I believe. Did we see Deadlock come into play there? No. Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
That gen
Okay.
with a lot of progress right
I
next
was like,
to
that
us there.
gen was not highlighted before. Thank you for looking around and clarifying that for us.
Well, that's our killer there. But yeah, we do hear the progress there. So for sure, that was Deadlock. It's not highlighted red, so we know it wasn't done by a survivor. It's not repressed. That will be our Deadlock there. So our survivors will have to mess around with that. Unfortunately, the Deadlock gen was kind of like what you would deem a priority gen on this map, right? We do see
Absolutely.
Ruin isn't here as the killer goes ahead and kicks, and we do see Corrupt fall as well. So now we should see if Wrecking Crew can go ahead and really pressure these out.
Yeah, as you can see, we've got kind of a nasty 3-gen on the side of Wrecking Crew isn't careful, so they are going to want to get that Deadlock gen out of the way as quickly as possible. But as we can see, they've got a chase going on at this shack area, even as we see their hooked survivor get unhooked in the back there. Wrecking Crew, however, not letting up on the pressure, finishing this generator really quickly. That'll be generator number 2 completed for Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, and definitely this is, this is actually a really good showing for Wrecking Crew right now because there's only one hook and there's two gens done right now, right? So as a survivor, you'll take that. Of course, yeah, you're still dealing with the potential 3-gen, but the 3-gen that's there, I will say, isn't as great for Pyramid Head to try to pressure just because it involved the leg there, right? But we actually saw one of the legs, I think, actually got finished. That's the gen that did get finished, so the 3-gen's gone. There's only a topside 3-gen now. If you finish top mid there, then you don't end up having that, like kind of the top of the arrowhead if you're imagining how this map looks.
Yeah, Wrecking Crew doing a very good job of maintaining their gens, getting that 3-gen in the bottom out of the way, and now kind of getting hooked down in that area to keep Pyramid Head away from where they need to break their next 3-gen.
Yeah, and unfortunately for these survivors, they did get tormented, which means that DS and perks like that aren't going to matter anymore right here. So we may see a cage from Pyramid Head just to keep the pressure up and avoid... oh, shoot. These M2s are beautiful.
These are some really, really beautiful M2. So we will see Plizzy there go into the baby cage and get sent across the map. And we've talked about it before. Pyramid Head's baby cage ability. I don't remember what it's called.
Cage of Atonement.
There we go, the Cage of Atonement. It's so baby cage is so easy to say. So the Cage of Atonement is a unique ability to Pyramid Head that negates a lot of unhooking. Ooh, nice commitment. Negates a lot of unhooking perks. So when this person gets taken out of the cage, they will not have the benefit of BT or DS if they have it on this survivor.
But as we noticed, Vaycat is actually the one to get the uncage, which gets rid of their torment. So now nobody is tormented anymore. So no more cages. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Uh-oh.
Looks like we're tunneling out.
We do find our like just recently uncaged survivor, which is going to be pretty dangerous here. We know that the game does change once you are down to just 3 survivors remaining. Luckily, our survivor is able to avoid that M2 and take off running into the back of the map, going into main building as the gen behind pops.
Oh man, and honestly, like, I saw another survivor chasing Pyramid Head. I think you just get the gens done because this survivor's gonna fall. Oh.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
Nancy just, you know, being a Chad and just going ahead
Gonna
and taking
block.
the body block.
Absolute tank there. Absolutely going to take the body block there to draw attention from her vulnerable teammate. She will go down for it, but now Wrecking Crew only has 1 generator left on the field to need to complete.
You know what's interesting though? Talking about the cage that happened earlier, this is actually something else we can talk about. What if Deli hadn't gotten an unhook yet? Well, that cage would make it so an uncage doesn't charge Deli either.
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't our Deli who got the uncage there, but if it is, and they haven't gotten any other unhooks, that's going to be pretty bad for that person. We've seen a lot of really clutch Deli plays, and again, the Cage of Atonement does cancel out the ability to use perks that rely on unhooking. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Wow, words are so hard.
No, you're definitely good. Looks like we have a survivor here. Of course, it is Yui. Yui going
Do you
ahead.
think, yeah, with that sprint first, getting the hell out of there?
Oh my goodness, yeah, for sure. Only one that's tormented though, and honestly, I don't think that I would put them in a cage at this point, right? Like, how do you feel about that, Shep?
I mean, I don't think that's an ideal situation to be in.
Yeah, with it
For
being
sure.
as far away as possible from the Pyramid Head, if Pyramid Head gets the down right here, it probably puts you right next to that. Oh no, what a dodge by Yui here. Yui's putting on a clinic.
A good, yeah. Yui definitely showing us how it's done on how to avoid this M2. However, that final gen will pop, and we will see that status effect pop up on the right side of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And
We see it, and we see the cage actually come in, but interestingly enough, I mean, the M2 doesn't actually get charged by the NOED. Do the survivors still know that NOED is there? Well, they do now.
I have a feeling now they do. The survivors now know that NOED is on the field, so they are going to need to get out really quickly. Unfortunately, this is going to be, I believe, a death hook for this survivor, so it's going to be up to the others to capitalize on this moment to get that other gate open and get the hell off of the map before anyone else can go down to NOED.
Yeah, and unfortunately, No Way Out blocked it until just a few seconds ago, so... and this hill is really, really friendly to a Pyramid Head. Oh, but there goes NOED. So now these survivors, I think, do have a pretty good chance of getting it done. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a light over there on that gate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I agree with what your eyes are seeing, and it looks like it might have been our injured survivor who is actually over here taking care of that NOED.
It is. So this might actually be 2K territory, and I believe it will be, unless No, no. They used a Cage of Atonement on the first hook for Vaycat. So even if Vaycat had Deli, it took away the opportunity to use it. Oh man.
Yep. So if there was a deli on the table here for Vaycat, it is no longer viable in any means, which will secure the 2K for Arctic Wolves in our first match.
Wow, that's crazy. And with the amount of hook states, that actually does confirm an Arctic Wolves lead here. That is crazy. That's awesome for Arctic Wolves for sure. Definitely, if you're Wrecking Crew, you were hoping for a little bit better outing, but I mean, I'm sure you're not feeling super down about only a 3-point difference.
Yeah, I think this is a good start for Wrecking Crew. Honestly, I mean, obviously, Arctic Wolves will still take this round, but I don't think this is a bad position to be in. It's still pretty even footing with only a small point lead for Arctic Wolves.
Yeah.
You're still in my face. Let me scoot back a little.
Definitely, that was a really good first trial for sure.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, it was kind of interesting and fun to see we were going to have a different killer than Solar Blazer for Arctic Wolves. So Arctic Wolves kind of flexing their killer roster a little bit, going ahead and
Absolutely,
showing,
yeah.
even without Solar Blazer and without Wispy, we still have strong killers.
Yeah, that was definitely a very good debut performance for our killer there. Because I don't believe I've seen them kill for Arctic Wolves yet in Vigos. But a very good showing to come out and be like, yeah, well, it's fine. We've got this. And I always love seeing a good Pyramid Head game.
Oh yeah, I mean, me too. Pyramid Head is definitely. I feel like Pyramid Head's one of the more balanced killers, honestly, going against. As well as playing, I feel like he is very balanced. Just like I would say, Demo's one of the most balanced killers as well. So I really enjoy seeing good Pyramid Head gameplay.
Yeah, definitely one of our stronger A-tier killers. Especially with the unique mechanics that come with playing Pyramid Head.
For sure. And it looks like we do have Spawn going ahead and inviting me here, so we should be able to go ahead and get into our killer lobby. Ooh, yes, we are in the killer lobby. So let me go ahead and try to get Arctic Wolves in here. And I mean, with a 3-point lead, do you change up who you thought you were bringing or anything at this point? I don't think you do.
No, I don't think so either. I think I'm sure Wrecking Crew had a plan, knowing that the Arctic Wolf survivors are fairly strong as well. They probably already had a really good plan going into this, and I don't think you change that just because there's a 3-point lead. I'm sure they already were prepared for this possibility. So whatever Wrecking Crew is planning on bringing, I'm sure is what they're going to bring. What that might be, though, I'm not entirely sure. What do you want to see today out of this match?
You know, I think this match would be fun to see a nurse on Groaning Storehouse. A lot of times we do see within some of the other leagues within Vega or within Dead by Daylight, the other leagues do end up putting nurse on Groaning Storehouse quite a bit. And it's almost known as like Nurse's Realm, right? So I think it would be fun to see a nurse here within Vigos as well. But, you know, I know that Arctic Wolves performs very well versus Nurse, so I don't know that it is smart to bring a Nurse versus them. And I mean, as far as what Arctic Wolves has shown so far, I don't know that they bring an S tier versus Wrecking Crew either.
Yeah, I think I don't know if we're gonna see very many S tiers today. I think we're gonna see more of the higher tier A tier killers. Especially because this map isn't like super restricting either. I think this map offers a lot of choices.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we could see them bring out a Huntress or a Deathslinger. I'm trying to remember what uses they have used for killer right now. I don't have that pulled up currently, but honestly, there are quite a few killers, like you said. Like it's a very good map to use quite a few killers.
Yeah, especially since it's not a very large map. It's one of our smaller maps. Even with those weird like wings. But
Right.
as we saw, you can isolate a 3-gen within one of those wings, and if you can get a lot of your downs there and kind of keep like maintain a 3-gen on one side of the map or the other. I mean, like on any map, you know, this map is smaller, so it'll be easier to maintain those 3-gens. You have a better chance of them spawning really well for you as killer.
Yeah, it's very friendly to the corrupt for sure. I would say as well though, our survivors on Wrecking Crew that last match did a really good job of, when the deadlock gen was that mid gen that normally you want to get out to give you the best gen spread. They went to the opposite leg from where Pyramid Head was sitting and finished that gen, re-deadlocking the mid gen, but it was fine because they already took out the 3-gen. That was really, really good, high tier, high game IQ gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrecking Crew is showing that they have very, very good map awareness. And I think we've seen from them before that their map awareness is usually pretty good. So yeah, absolutely agree. They did a very good job there of being aware of what Deadlock was taking from them and reacting accordingly.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I'm super excited to see who Wrecking Crew brings here. See if we go into the next match being tied, or if Wrecking Crew can take the lead here.
Yeah, I think either way it's going to be really, really exciting. I really like watching Arctic Wolves survivors play, so I'm going to have a good time with this match no matter how it goes.
I will say as well, it looked like, of course, we don't have Solar Blazer there, but it looks like we also don't have Intimidator. Those are two people that we normally see in the Arctic Wolves lineup. So this is also a different survivor lineup than we've seen from Arctic Wolves. So it should be really interesting to see how they do here.
Absolutely. And we do have all of our offering sets. So we talked about how the killer gets points, I believe. How do our survivors gain points?
You know, let's go ahead and review that. Definitely our survivors are going to be trying to get those gens done because they are worth pretty valuable points. As you can see there, being 1 and 2 points for the first, second, third, fourth gen, fifth gen being 3 points. But those escapes definitely are worth quite a bit more, so you might want to share your hook states, not let somebody get tunneled out early, as that fourth escape is worth a good amount, 6 points there. But if you can escape with 2 or more hook states remaining, of course, you do get a bonus point for each survivor that's able to do so. So, I mean, we have seen body blocks come in before, as you can see in the background of that rule video, getting the heal and getting somebody out for a 4 out. So I would say we may see Arctic Wolves employ their regular strategy, it seems, within the league of going ahead and taking the body block, trying to keep their survivors up.
Absolutely. And for more on rules, guys, don't forget to check !rules in chat if you're curious about any further rules or explanations or clarifications that you might need.
And we do see a twins. Definitely.
Ooh.
Do you think that's an interesting pick? I think it is for the first trial.
I think this is a really strong pick to come out with in the first killer round for Wrecking Crew here. We have talked about in the past how Twins kind of sits in this weird area where she's probably like really high A tier or really low S tier, considering on how she's played and how you view her in comp specifically. So she still kind of fits that theme that we were thinking of high A tier killers coming out.
Yeah, it looks like we are pressuring Adam here as well. Definitely good move by Adam, making sure to guarantee the break of the pallet there. But this area is kind of a dead zone almost, right?
Yeah,
of
not
course
a
have
lot
this one
going on
filler
in this
pallet.
area. You have this one pallet in between these two, but it looks like Adam's been caught in a really bad position. Ooh, a swing and a miss from our killer here. So Victor's going to go back out and see if we can't get this down on our survivor.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Victor's gonna get the kick, and we hear a totem fall in the background. And actually, I can confirm that was the second totem to fall in the background. So we've lost Ruin and Undying, and Victor's getting another kick to the forehead here. Unfortunate for our Victor.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Losing a lot of pressure here as our first generator has fallen. We've lost two of our totems. Going to switch off of Adam here and go check out what's going on our other gens before we can lose too much momentum here.
But look at the body blocks coming in.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, getting stuck on a tree for our Nia and not able to really body block effectively there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Charlotte was able to kind of box Nia out of the way there. We're going to see the Victor attachment near our down survivor to get Nia out of the way and prevent anyone from being able to drop that pallet and save Adam from the pickup. Ooh, a
Yeah.
little bit of Pocos through that window.
Oh my gosh. Going ahead and really just driving a lot of injury here, which I can confirm there is thanatophobia. So our survivors know that the actions are being slowed down as long as somebody's injured. And right now there are 3 injuries, so the slowdown is real.
Absolutely. We went from one survivor injured to one on hook and 2 others injured. So thanatophobia is thriving right now as we see, well, the reset is coming in across the table, which is nice for our survivors, try to mitigate some of that slowdown from thanatophobia. Oh, we see Victor has come back, so Victor is going to go out once again, kind of check out what's going on the hook, but we're going to keep Charlotte as the one who's nearby while we use Victor to kind of scope out what's going on in the immediate area.
Well, you know, interestingly enough, like I thought if you were going to use Victor for surveillance, you would go ahead and switch back to Charlotte, but that's not what we had ended up seeing. And oh, another kick to the forehead for Victor. These survivors really are dodging Victor. Victor getting unfortunate pounces as well.
Yeah, Arctic was doing a really good job of avoiding getting hit by Victor. And forcing our killer to have to do a lot of switching back and forth without getting too much value from Victor being out initially.
Yeah, getting the down here though. Unfortunately for Heat, this is looking more like a tunnel here for him.
And we do unfortunately have another survivor trapped in a locker. It was our injured Nia, so this is a pretty dangerous position for Arctic Wolves to be in. I think those two were trying to reset with one another after the unhook.
I want to say the play to go ahead and lock Nia in a locker was so smart because Nia's injured. So you prevent Nia from being able to attempt to reset while you get the hook, and you've trapped her in this leg now.
Yeah, Nia's definitely kind of trapped in this area now. Hopping into the locker to try and buy herself and her teammates a little bit more time. Unfortunately, not enough time. Oh, actually, okay, hit validation, thank you. We are gonna see Adam and Lori get the hell out of that area. With Nia still trapped in that locker, they are gonna try to pull Charlotte away so that she can get out of there.
So I kind of disagree with the move to go ahead and go back for Adam because you had an opportunity to really just get Nia down and prevent her from finishing that gen that's almost done down there in that bottom section.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is an odd choice from our killer, but we do know the game changes once you have only... Oh.
They opened the wrong locker.
Uh-oh. And we do see some more really nice body blocks come in, blocking that doorway to allow the 2 injured survivors to make some room. However, we now see all 4 survivors are injured, and we do have thanatophobia on the field, making these last 2 generators really tough to get through if they don't reset pretty soon here. Oh, Victor blind.
Victor don't stay blind for long, though.
No, Victor does recover really quickly from the blind. And unless we see a really quick pickup here, which I don't think is going to be likely with all survivors injured, we are going to see our first elimination of the match here.
But I mean, first elimination at 4 gens done. I think as a survivor, you're taking that. Nobody else has been hooked at all. The tunnel has been so hard that everybody else that's up hasn't been hooked yet. You have 3 bonus points on the table, and it's not likely that our killer is going to be able to, like, unless a 4-man slug's coming up here, it's not likely that we're going to see more than 1 person die.
Although we do find our injured survivor with a really nice dead hard, avoiding the pounds from Victor as Nea tries to come in and finish this generator underneath Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Victor kind of getting a dose of the sneaker applied directly to the forehead. So, unfortunately, having the crush happen was not good for our twins, but we still do have 3 injured survivors now. Not a bad opportunity for our twins to try to cause a snowball. I just don't think these survivors are going to snowball.
Yeah, I don't think these survivors are going to let it happen without a really hard fight. However, we do have 3 injured survivors applying a lot of the Thanatophobia pressure. And getting rid of this pallet is going to get rid of that safety of that long kind of loop area, forcing our survivor back into this jungle gym.
Yeah, and running corner, smart move as you're trying to give them enough time to finish that gen that was really, really close next to that hill.
Yeah, also running in a corner, making it really hard for Charlotte to get to a hook in the first place. She's going to have to take the long way around, which buys everyone else even more time to hopefully get that reset in and try to prevent... Oh, no, we're just going to finish the generator, actually.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you're counting perks, and I know these survivors are, you already know there's no NOED on the table. So you might as well finish it. You also know there's no way out. This is an injured survivor. I don't like this. You need to run. Run!
Yeah, this makes you a little uncomfortable. Get out of there, Lori. Oh, no. Waiting out the dead hard, knowing that she has it, that will see our killer getting the down. However, Neo is nearby to apply the kick, which lets Charlotte know that there's no one who's going to be able to come in for this unhook, probably because both survivors are over by this gate.
Right. However, is there a deli, potentially?
Ooh,
You gotta
could be.
hope, right?
I mean, fingers crossed.
Oh no, there's still a
Oh,
slug.
no. And I'm assuming there might not be deli left on the field as we see Lori crawling out. I think that means Nia's trying to go ahead and get their hook teammate on the other side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like there indeed is not deli, at least from Clover. Deli was Spider, so Spider, of course we know has the dead heart and is going to get the hell out of here. Oh man. This is really good. They still have a chance for a 3 out. They gave up 1 progression, so Ace is Death Hook. Can you body block? It's possible.
The best bet is to try and body block. Unfortunately, however, this is going to leave 2 survivors injured with a Charlotte in between them and their open door.
Yeah, and the other door has almost no progress, so that's not going to be good.
So now this is a, we do see the heal finished on Victory, or not on Victor, on Ace here. So we're going to see him try to protect Lori as she crushes Victor, but this just leaves all 3 of them injured again. So it's going to be a really dangerous situation of how do we get out of this match.
I think you're going to see a reset from both Nia and Lori. I think that's what we're going to see. Either that or they're going to start running in pairs here. There's the reset, so there's my answer.
Reset. Yeah. There's the reset. So if Ace can keep on his feet long enough for his teammates to come in and get them. However, as you can see, our survivors are running out of time to make any more plays here. So it's going to be now or never for them. And this might just be a point where you cut your losses,
Yep.
and we will see Arctic Wolves take the 2 out uh, in favor of not dying to the entity there.
Unfortunately, though, that means that you're giving up a fresh hook. Wrecking Crew's gonna take the lead with this.
It's unfortunate that it was the Nia that got caught out with so little time left on the timer.
That is 5 points that Wrecking Crew was able to just scoop up with that hook there. So unfortunately, that is going to take the lead away from Arctic Wolves. So really good performance from our twins to go ahead and get the lead back for their team. I take it back. I thought it was interesting that they were bringing twins in the first matchup. I thought it would be better for the second matchup, but going ahead and proving to me, no, that's good. You did well. You did exactly what you needed to.
Yeah, I feel like it was a really interesting choice to bring twins, but this did secure the lead for Wrecking Crew, so now they can come into the second match ahead. And while it is only by 1 point, a lead is still a lead. We have seen a crazier comeback, so this doesn't take Arctic Wolves off the table by any means. It just means that now we're kind of in an interesting position with how they respond in the fourth match.
For sure. And we'll wait a second to see if our lobby is changing here. But if you guys hear knocking at all, like I've got Myers up above me, like knocking on my little skylight, you know, just with this pipe just stalking me menacingly. No, but in all
pop that tier 3.
Right. Unfortunately I can't move because I'm casting. But no, in all seriousness, the storm had caused some roof damage in my neighborhood, and so we got some people repairing roofs, and so you may hear some knocking, hammering away at the roof. But
Sorry, ambiance?
Yeah.
Ambient sound?
Yeah.
Ambiance.
I mean, sure.
Something like that. Something like that. So, an interesting second match. Wrecking Crew coming out with the twins, hitting the ground running there. What do you think they're going to bring in the third match if twins was their response in the second round there?
You know, I really don't know. I thought twins would be the second match, and I will say I did expect a twins, but I didn't expect twins this early.
Yeah, I think I also did not expect twins quite this early. So I kind of don't know what to expect for the second round. You know, Wrecking Crew has pulled ahead with the lead, but it is only a 1 point lead. So definitely not comfortable by any means. Arctic Wolf still has every possibility to bring this back.
100%. So I'm waiting on the invite from our killer, but because it looks like we are changing lobby. But yeah, I don't know. This will be interesting. Looks like we might have Sergeant Bishop actually being the killer, which if that's the case, I don't know. Sergeant Bishop's good with a lot of killers. That doesn't really help me at all in terms of like, who are they bringing?
Yeah, we have seen some really good diversity from Sergeant Bishop, so it's kind of just like a what is going on here moment. I'm really interested to see. I really appreciate our killers keeping it interesting even for us as casters. Making it really hard for us to do our job though.
I think a Billy could be what we see from Sergeant Bishop. I know Sergeant Bishop does a pretty good Billy. Blight, maybe. I know Blight does pretty well on this map as well. I kind of want to see the
I don't think you bring a Blight. I don't think you bring a Blight against Arctic Wolves. We've already seen them kind of dunk on.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you don't bring a Blight against Arctic Wolves.
No. 100% you don't. And I actually, like, I almost forgot that it was Wrecking Crew killing here. I almost thought it was Arctic Wolves, because I think Arctic Wolves should bring an S tier in my opinion. But definitely we'll see Sergeant Bishop, maybe even a Huntress if they have a Huntress use left.
Huntress on this map is a decent option.
Not the strongest, but
Not the strongest, but I don't think it's terrible if you have a really good Huntress in your back pocket. I don't think this would be an inappropriate time to pull that out.
yeah, with the team like Arctic Wolves, you just kind of struggle deciding what to bring. Definitely, you want to bring something you're confident with, right?
Yeah.
But like we kind of said, like the S tiers, like they practice against them so hard. But then if you're not bringing an S tier, who are you confident enough with that you can get enough pressure? Because they're also not falling for mind games.
Yeah. I do really appreciate the pressure that some of our higher tier teams do put on everyone else. Like, you kind of know, well, you can't really bring S tiers against them unless you have a really good S tier, because you know they're going to be practicing against those. So I like how they're kind of forcing diversity in our killer pool. Otherwise, we would know, well, yeah, this is going to be a nurse match. We're probably going to see a lot of S tiers today.
Right. Definitely. I think honestly, the dynamic is kind of switching within Comp DBD. All of the Comp DBD teams are all practicing against S tiers, and then we're seeing S tiers actually be less effective because of the hard practice versus the S tiers, which is making it so like it's actually better not to play S tiers versus a lot of teams, which is interesting to even say. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's an interesting choice. Like, what is the point of being an S tier if you can't safely bring it out? But it's not saying that the S tiers aren't good. It's just saying that teams are prepared for that. And of course, a good S tier, you're not going to be able to do much against. There are just some things that in the right hands, an S tier killer, you're going to have be unavoidable. But I mean, that really puts pressure on that. If you are going to bring an S tier out against one of these top tier teams, you have to be damn good and damn well confident in your ability, or else they're just gonna make you look really bad.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be cracked as a killer versus a lot of these top teams. Otherwise, you're just getting abused. And definitely, these Arctic Wolves has proven that they can do it. And I mean, I want to say Wrecking Crew as well. Like, they've been performing very, very well. And I am seeing confirmation, it looks like, from both teams. So we should be ready to hop into the match here in just a moment. But before we do, I want to check out the map one more time for those that may have joined in the middle here. I see we got a lot of people here hitting us with follows and joining in the stream. We appreciate your support for sure. We will be going to Groaning Storehouse, everyone. So for sure, that has been the map we've played our last 2 matches on, and we will continue playing on for sure. This is the home map of Wrecking Crew, kind of that arrowhead shape or Space Invader shape that you saw there in the bottom left. So definitely any of those gens near Shack are kind of priority to make sure to shut down a 3-gen.
Yeah, definitely. This map is on the smaller side, so a little bit dangerous for our survivors if they aren't careful of their gen spread. Of course, with these 2 teams, I'm not really worried about them putting themselves in a dangerous situation like that. They've shown a very good map awareness, so I think that's a less likely scenario to see unless our killer hard punishes them for trying to break a 3-gen.
You know, I think on top of that as well, I don't think either of these teams fear a 3-gen, if that makes sense.
I think so either. I don't think so either, honestly.
Yeah, because a lot of teams, high tier teams, they will 3-gen themselves and go, it's okay, we're more patient than the killer is, so we will just respect terror radius, double up on the 2 outside gens, and good luck. We will get it done.
Yeah. And I think Arctic Wolves and Wrecking Crew both have shown that they're well coordinated enough to deal with those issues. We do see all of our offerings are set though, so let's talk about what is and is not allowed in Vigo's court while we wait to load in.
That's a really good point, because for balancing, we do actually limit quite a bit in here. So definitely you can bring yellow items and add-ons on the survivor side. Only one of each perk except for BT. And then there are a lot of banned perks here, including Built to Last, Prove Thyself, Haunted Ground, Lethal Pursuer, Boons, Clairvoyance. Definitely had to limit those just because those are a little bit too OP. And definitely we don't want to see Nurse every week, like you said, so we do limit the killer uses, as well as limit one survivor per team being the same, so no 4 Dwights, 1 Locker. But we are going to get right into this match.
For more on rules, check !rules in chat, you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, check there first, please.
And we do see a clown here, and we see a clown finding someone very early into this match.
Interesting choice. Getting the pallets done, that's gotta hurt. But also able to get the first hit.
And interesting, did you see the switch in bottles to go ahead and speed themselves up?
Yeah, I think that was very interesting. Well placed as well. Well, that's a lot of wells in there.
Deep subject.
Because it popped the yellow smoke as the survivor, or after the survivor ran through it, not before.
Yeah.
So it didn't give the boost to the survivor, only to the clown, which allows him to get this first down here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he came and took the body block, but I think I would rather see them go ahead and pressure the other gens, if that makes sense, because what did that body block really do? It may have extended chase just slightly, but it still resulted in a down fairly quickly, and now it results in your health state being gone too.
Yeah, I don't think the body block there bought quite enough time for our survivors to really do anything with it, but now we've switched Chase onto this Adam, who's doing a really good job of playing that inner pallet.
I mean, easier to play that palette when you've been buffed by the clown's dust. Gold dust it was.
And we will see that unhook our clown coming back to respond to that. Looks like we're going to very early on try to get this tunnel outdone, or at least punish the unhook for happening.
I think we're starting to punish the body blocks, actually. Going ahead and seeing, we're going to go ahead and get our Nia down and go ahead and hook her. So, honestly, I like this play as well. Get a first hook on as many as you can. Try to get Deli out early. Deli late game would be very detrimental to a clown.
Yeah, we did see a really good Deli play last game from Arctic Wolves, so... Sergeant Bishop going ahead here, trying to get as many first downs as he can, it seems like, to try to prevent that from happening again.
Yeah, and definitely we are seeing Lori here. Gonna do a good job of not running into the dust here, running long way around this loop, and able to extend the chase without getting intoxicated.
Is starting to catch up. Allure doing a really good job of trying to maintain as much distance as possible, playing very patiently at this pallet to force Sergeant Bishop to have to break it, and buying herself a little bit of time to gain some more distance.
Honestly, really, really good plays from these survivors. 2 hooks have happened pretty early into this game, but definitely you kind of feel it that the survivors still maybe have an advantage right here, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. We have seen 2 health states for 1 generator, but that's not the worst position to be in this early in the game, especially with the resets coming in for our survivors. Maybe not as quickly as we want to see them, but this still isn't a terrible position to be in, especially having that main generator done.
Yeah, and we hear this generator knocking like a Ford in December next to us, but that's actually not the generator that gets deadlocked either. So we know there are several generators on the map that have progress, and we're running to the deadlocked gen. Oh man, do you think that they are leaving this gen 99 and going ahead and deadlocking this one, finishing the other ones? Because that's what it seems like to me.
That's what it seems like to me. We have seen that strategy before. Survivors will go ahead and strategically 99 gens to make sure that they are not deadlocking key gens in key moments. However, we will see, because those 2 gens pop so closely to one another, we will get not 1 but 2 generators deadlocked.
And you know what's interesting? The generator I said was knocking like a Ford in December was the other one that got deadlocked. So that means they had 4 generators on the map at that like right at that same kind of percentage. So for sure, this is a lot of pressure these survivors are putting down on this clown.
Yeah, Arctic Wolves doing a really good job of putting as much gen pressure down as they can manage.
Yeah, and definitely looks like we are going to go ahead and have our ace probably get hooked here. Ooh, apply the tonic directly to the forehead.
We do see Nea in the back trying to get ahead of Clown, but that puts her in a pretty dangerous position here once that bar time runs out.
Do you think this is the DS, though? Because I think it
I have
is.
a feeling this might be the DS. And I have a feeling Sergeant Bishop thinks the same thing, so he's going to leave her down for just a moment as he goes and checks out where our other survivors are in the immediate area.
I think you go ahead and consume the DS here, though, if they have it.
Might as well, yeah. I mean, you can. Most killer mains I talk to say they will eat the DS any day because it gets it off the table now and cannot be used at a later point in the game, where it might be more critical to have that used against you.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, we do see our survivor going down here shortly after the DS. Oh, adrenaline!
Oh. And the
Oh.
adrenaline value coming in clutch to get her back on her feet and continue this chase so her teammates can go ahead and put some pressure on those doors, although they will now know that there is Noed on the table.
Yeah, Noed, and they already procced No Way Out, so, yeah, kind of unfortunate for our clown here, but, that you only had 2 stacks. And this Nia is going to go ahead and get the second hook here, but I wouldn't doubt that third hook, my bad.
So that is going to be our first elimination of the round. So we will see Noed go down, which we saw last round. Arctic Wolves on top of keeping control of these totems. And this gate is getting pretty close to being done.
Yeah, this is not good for Arctic Wolves for sure.
Yeah, Arctic Wolves in a.
This is good for Arctic Wolves. This is not good for Wrecking Crew right now.
I was gonna say Arctic Wolves not in a fantastic position, but not doing too terribly for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. This is interesting to see. I think Lori opened that door, and the gold dust might power up Ace a little bit there.
I don't
No,
think
I don't
Arctic
think it
Wolves
did.
coming in for the body block. I don't think we will see another down here in time. Arctic Wolves will take the 3 out with minimal hooks applied by the clown.
Oh my goodness, and that gives a 9-point lead to Arctic Wolves, and they are gonna be the killer. Oh my god, this is really good. This has been back and forth, and I love it.
Yeah, definitely keeping us on our toes with the suspense here. Arctic Wolves doing a really good job on Survivor side. I think it was interesting that Wrecking Crew brought out a clown. With the score as close as it was, Clown isn't particularly known for his strength as a comp killer.
You know, they had a good amount of pressure, though. There was a
They had a
potential
really
for
good
a 2K.
amount. Yeah, there was a really good amount of pressure, but I don't know if potential for a 2K was what Wrecking Crew should have been looking for here.
I agree.
I don't think with a 1-point difference that was enough of like I don't think getting a good 2K would have been enough for Wrecking Crew to be comfortable there.
I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what Arctic Wolves brings, but I think Arctic Wolves is going to try to close this out.
I absolutely agree with you, especially going into their next killer round. The Wrecking Crew survivors are strong, but Arctic Wolves have shown that they are not pushovers when it comes to the killer field.
For sure. And I do see the invite from Arctic Wolves now, so we'll go ahead and start getting into their lobby for sure. But yeah, definitely having good games here. It's been really fun to watch both these teams, and we will see Arya going ahead and being the killer yet again for Arctic Wolves. So we should see that was our Pyramid Head earlier. So we should see probably another good killer choice and really have a treat for this next match.
Absolutely. And going into this final match, knowing that you have a 9-point lead, what do you think Arctic Wolves wants to bring out here?
You know, I haven't really seen them burn S tiers. I kind of want to see a nurse. This is Groaning Storehouse. This is the only time you're going to play on Groaning Storehouse, Arctic Wolves. I want to see your nurse.
I think a nurse could be a really good pick here. I think Blight as well could actually be a really good pick here. We were talking about S tiers. I don't know what Wrecking Crew has been practicing against. So I can't say for sure if bringing an S tier against Wrecking Crew is a good or bad idea, but I have to assume that they're probably prepared for that to be a possibility here. So again, it's if you're going to bring an S tier, you need to be really confident in them. But it is Arctic Wolves, so I'm not sure if that's a concern they have.
Yeah, they do have the reputation that would show that they possibly could bring out a really strong nurse here. We'll see what they do for sure, but hopefully they come out and have a really strong showing with whatever killer they bring. Otherwise, this is not out of reach. Wrecking Crew can come back and take this back again.
Yeah, I think Wrecking Crew still has a chance here. There is only a 9-point lead. We have seen crazier comebacks, or at the very least, very good attempts for a good comeback. So I'm excited to see how this game plays out.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like the survivors are trying to get all the way set up here. Looks like they're mostly set up, but don't see a toolbox yet. So it looks like they may still be working on that. But if you are Wrecking Crew, you're down by 9. What does that VC look like right now before this match starts?
For Wrecking Crew, I'm pretty sure they're probably just reminding each other of what they need to do to secure a win here. Of course, they're going to know at this point what their win condition is going to be and how to achieve that win condition. So I'm sure what they're trying to do is strategize how they get there, maybe hyping each other up. But I don't know, if I was Wrecking Crew, I'd be really nervous. I'm always nervous. That's just a me thing. But yeah, I think if I was in Wrecking Crew's shoes, I'd be very, very nervous.
Knowing the strength of the killers that Arctic Wolves has, I'd be nervous. But at the same time, hey, we've had Wrecking Crew in positions like this before where they have shown they've got ice in their veins, So we'll see what occurs here. I definitely wouldn't count them out yet, though.
Absolutely. Definitely, they are still in the running for this. If any team can pull this off, it's going to be them. I'm confident in their abilities. I'm just also confident in Arctic Wolves' ability as a killer squad. So.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree at all. Yeah, it'll be an exciting match for sure. This is going to decide the entire thing. I think really Wrecking Crew needs a 3-out at least with minimal hooks to try to clinch this. So really I think they need a 4-out. So we'll see how they can perform here, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, definitely not going to be an easy game, but that's going to make it really fun for us. We do see all 4 offerings, and they are correct. So we talked about penalties in our last video. Let's talk about what happens about those penalties.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about those builds and bans, and so for this one, we're going to talk about those penalties for sure. Definitely, if there are any penalties, you may see the match played out, or definitely we could restart it. If you do see 2 of the same survivor banned perk or add-on, that would be -5 points and a possible restart up to the teams to decide. Wrong map, -5 points. Definitely don't bring any players not on roster or harass a ref. That is negative 10 points per offense. We have seen that a couple times as well. So definitely, captains, as you are trying to bring players in, make sure that they are on the roster correctly. That's definitely not a penalty you want to see. For more on penalties, use !rules in the chat.
And DBD doing its job of keeping that suspense going while we wait to load into this lobby. Of course, this is
For
the one
sure.
time we don't get a really quick load in.
Ooh, demo pupper? I like this play, actually. I like it a lot.
I do think Demogorgon is a really good choice here. Still a strong killer. This map isn't too large, so he can get around really quickly with those portals, and depending on his add-ons, he will get a lot of information.
Oh,
A ton
yes.
of information.
Oh, man. So, can I just say, I really love what Arya has shown us today, because remember when I saw Pyramid Head, I said I thought Pyramid Head and Demogorgon were the two most balanced killers. Arya, are you listening? Did you hear me? Did you do this for me? Because I want to say thank you.
I think that Arya is just in agreement here with you that those are very balanced killers, which you kind of need very good consistent pressure here, which I think the two choices they brought can provide that. So very interesting to see these two come out, especially on this map. I think they're very strong choices as we enter into our first actual chase. I think we didn't really commit to that first one. Ooh, and we do see a miss with that first shred there, but that doesn't quite give the survivors enough time to get out of the area, so we will continue this chase in this tile.
Ace doing a
Kind of
really
a
good
weird
job of
corrupt
running
spread
it,
here.
though.
Oh yeah, doing a fantastic job of
Oh.
keeping that space. Ooh, and a really nice blind there with the firecrackers. I love seeing good firecracker use. But yeah, Spawn doing a really good job of keeping our Demogorgon engaged on this side. So Demo's gonna get out of this area and go see what's going on elsewhere, since he is unable to catch our ace.
Man, this is that was huge. There is no pressure right now from the Demogorgon, and a gen popped, and I could see when we went through the portal, there's potentially 2 more gens that could fall.
Absolutely, we did see on that portal that the survivors were spread out really well, working on multiple generators at once, keeping that pressure spread really well. And we still have yet to see a down or a hook or even a down, and we now have 2 generators done. So Wrecking Crew really keeping the pressure on. I think they understand what the assignment is and are going to do their best to pull OW out of this.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's actually the first injury of the match. This is nuts. These survivors are doing very well. 2 more gens falling. That, I mean, man, if we don't see a hook here real soon, and we do see the down here for sure.
Absolutely, ask and you shall receive. We do see the down come in, but this is only our first hook of the game with only 2 generators remaining. So if I'm Arya, I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but you do get a lot of really good information from your add-ons here. Ooh, an immediate unhook.
Yeah, that was a super fast unhook, and it looks like they're cleansing the portal.
Yeah, doing a really good job of putting a lot of pressure on our killer here, harassing those portals to take away that information. I'm sure they're probably realizing that they're not quite safe, even if Demo is preoccupied with a portal.
Yeah, looks like we did get a hit on Ace this time here. Gotta wonder if he is indeed the deli here. I know if they didn't switch builds around, I think we saw the Claudette use deli last time. So you may have already thought you had deli out, but hopefully they switched builds a little bit here and maybe we do see that they still have Deli on the table.
Fingers crossed, and we do see the reset. This is still not a bad position for Wrecking Crew to be in. There's only 2 hook states on the table and 1 generator left with no injured survivors and only 1 on hook right now. And actually, we speak about Deli. There it is. Spawn will get himself off the hook there so that his teammates don't even have to pull themselves away from what they were doing to go help him out.
For sure. And so, see, this is definitely that was like you said earlier, ask and ye shall receive. Like, this is a excellent play. Wrecking Crew doing exactly what's necessary. Like you said, they knew the assignment, and they are executing to perfection right now.
Yeah, Wrecking Crew definitely showing that they understand what they need to be doing and doing a very good job of doing it. We see a really nice pallet drop there to prevent the shred from coming through. A little jealous because those always hit me, even if I get the stun. So, you know, good job on dropping that pallet there from Yo Humble Yourself, who is one of the captains of Wrecking Crew.
Oof. And look at that, getting another little stun there. Definitely love to see it. Not trying to vacuum the stun this time, and we do see a no way out play here. Unfortunately for our killer, you only have 2 charges of no way out. So these survivors are likely going to try to come get this save.
Yeah, I think Wrecking Crew will probably need this save. Well, maybe not with the hook count. They're going to need to be really careful not to give up too much with Noed on the table, which they should be aware of because I'm pretty sure that Humble was hit with an M1 attack.
Oh, and he knows where everybody is because of that, those add-ons there. That eerie add-on, of course, giving all of the information every time you go through a portal.
Yeah, definitely a lot of info being given by the add-on there. So that lets him know that no one is around his totem, which means it is safe for him to go and harass somebody else.
It is, but you know, interestingly enough, that there's the unhook that I was expecting, and who knows, somebody might be near the totem now.
Fingers crossed, because this is where we start seeing hook states be given up, which is going to be really dangerous for Wrecking Crew if they want to secure a win here.
Well, this was a smart trade because this, I believe, is somebody who's already been hooked once, and they're just going to get hooked again. This is not a fresh hook.
No, a better position for Wrecking Crew to be in. I don't know if there are enough hook states remaining for a 3-out to be the best idea, but Wrecking Crew will go ahead and take the 3-out. Leaving
Oh my god.
one. Oh my god.
No way. No way. This is the
here we
first sudden
do-
death match
Yes.
we'll have.
We do have a tied match at the end of round 4, so that means we will have to go into a sudden death, which will be the first time we will enter a sudden death scenario in our season. This is insane. Wrecking Crew and Arctic Wolves doing a damn good job of trying to play against each other, and forcing the sudden death.
What? Oh my god, I'm shocked.
I was
So-
watching the score like, wait, what's happening? Wait, what's happening?
Oh man. Yo, you know what I just thought about, Shep? With
What
the
did you just think about?
with the tie like that, sudden death means we have to play 2 more trials, right?
Is it 2 more?
I think it is. I think we have our refs reviewing it right now because actually this is the first time we've had this happen at Vigos. So we're reviewing the rules currently, but guys, that might actually this might actually be a opportunity for us to have to push back the next game. the 3 p.m. Eastern game, because we're gonna have to play 2 more trials.
Yeah. Wow. So we will have to go into sudden death, which means we will see 2 more trials from Arctic Wolves and Wrecking Crew. This is insane, but I mean, I'm not surprised. These teams have both been really, really strong this entire season. So seeing them come together, I'm not surprised that we have a tied game in our 4th round. Yeah, I'm shocked, honestly. I knew it was going to be a really close matchup. I didn't think it was going to literally be a tie in the 4th round.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy. And what's even crazier is within sudden death. Let's walk through some of the rules here, guys. I'm gonna just talk them out to you. So the only killers we can see are killers that have been brought out by their respective team in this match. So that leaves us with 2 choices for Arctic Wolves and 2 choices for Wrecking Crew. We like that definitely takes it way down. You kind of know what to expect, right? That's super important. We're only gonna play 2 trials, and whoever comes out on top after those 2 trials is declared the winner and will be convicted of murder. But oh my gosh. So, hey, I'm wondering what happens here. We had a prediction for who gets convicted of murder. It was a tie. What happens to that prediction?
I don't even know at this point.
We didn't have an option for that.
Yeah,
All
I think we will see all points be returned. So if you guys made a prediction, don't worry. We're just gonna refund you those points back. So.
Oh my.
Wow,
goodness.
This is crazy. I mean, like, I'm a little mad about it, but it's fine.
I'm not mad about it. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. Like, it almost
no,
made
no,
my
I'm
voice
excited.
gone part 2.
I'm excited to see these 2 really strong teams play another 2 games. They're going to be exciting, and I'm definitely not mad about that. Just
Oh my gosh.
very excited. I have anxiety now.
I have anxiety now. Oh
I have
my
anxiety
gosh.
now.
I'm wondering if our refs have gone over all of the sudden death rules with the teams. I know this is the first time we've done it. I'm wondering if we go to a be right back, maybe show a quick ad break while our teams kind of get set, because we have to change scorecards and everything. So I am real quick gonna go to a be right back. We're gonna show an ad. Stay here though, don't go anywhere. We just got to do a little bit of extra setup so we can get back to this exciting matchup. Catch you back here in a few.
Stay tuned, guys. We will be right back.
And we're back, and I've lost the Shep camera.
My camera.
Apparently, I'm back. No, Shep, hold on. Working.
I left. No, there. Damn.
Wait, Shep, you weren't allowed to leave the room, okay? I need you to come back. All right.
I have anxiety.
Well, hey, guys, we are back. As you notice, the scorecard says 0-0. It's not actually 0-0, obviously. It's 59-59. The reason it says 0-0 is our scorecard wasn't necessarily ready for the sudden death. So we had to restart a scorecard here for all of you. So definitely, this is super amazing to be a part of right now. We do see, of course, we are now in our killer lobby. We have Arya here again for Arctic Wolves, and we'll go ahead and invite our survivors, but I can't. They're ineligible for me to invite. Oh no, I can't invite Spawn. I'll have our refs work on that for a second. Maybe have them spawn on me, but definitely this is gonna be fun. Rules to sudden death are that only players that played in the 4 previous trials can play. So we actually did get an invite from Solar Blazer, but Solar Blazer is ineligible to play as he did not play in the 4 previous trials. And then we can only see killers that have been brought in the 4 previous trials as well by their respective team. And we will continue this until the winner's decided, playing 2 matches each sudden death. So if they come out tied again after 2 matches, Shep, it's you and me still here at the desk going for another 2 rounds in double sudden death.
Hope you guys are ready for a lot of us, because I have some feelings about what's about to happen here. Very excited though. As a reminder, you guys will see probably one of the 4 killers that was used. This does not count towards killer usages for the season. So if you see another clown come out, for instance, this is not a second use of clown for the season for Wrecking Crew. If this usage of clown was not them burning clown completely, this will not count as another usage, so they will have another opportunity to use clown later on down the road. Same for any of the other killers that have been used today. This does not consume a usage for the rest of the season, since this is a special circumstance.
Correct, and that is that's crazy. This is just insane. And as a result, I do want to just make note, if you guys have been paying attention, of course, to our socials and everything, you know that we have a 3 p.m. Eastern game that will be starting late as a result of this match. So for sure, I know after the 3 p.m. Eastern game, we do have more of a buffer. There isn't another game till 6 Eastern after that, so we should be able to catch up before the end of the night. But we will be starting that next match probably a little bit later, just as a result of what has occurred, pushing us into sudden death on this competitive Dead by Daylight match.
I have no words right now. I'm so sad. I'm like, what is happening right now? What reality are we in? It's just because we've never seen this before. But you know, kudos to both of our teams. They've both been really, really strong this entire season. So I'm not entirely, I mean, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that it happened to these teams.
Right? Like, we said in the beginning, like, if there was a team that was going to knock Arctic Wolves off right now within their division, it's Wrecking Crew. And Wrecking Crew definitely is living up to it, pushing it all the way to the wire. I mean, oh man, you know what's crazy? I kind of
entire thing.
Well, yeah, it is. But I think getting the unhook on that survivor actually it cost them the win. I was thinking about this while we were in the break. The progression on that survivor that was on the hook initially, right? before
Yeah.
Claudette took chase and went down.
Yeah.
The progression would have been 1 point to second hook and 2 points to third hook. That's 3 points total, right? But instead, what happened is a second hook on Claudette, which is 2 points, and a progression to death, which is another 2 points. That's 4 points. That pushed us to sudden death. If the survivors had 3 outed without Claudette going down, that would have given them the win.
See, this is why I leave math to you guys. Because I didn't even realize that. But you're right. Now that you kind of do that math for all of us, yeah, that is definitely what cost Wrecking Crew a win here, and what forced us into sudden death.
Well, and it's difficult to say cost them a win here because they still have the opportunity. It just made it so we went into sudden death.
I guess cost them an immediate win here.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's just insanity right now that we're doing sudden death. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm in disbelief a little bit. Like the stars have to align perfectly for us to ever have this happen, and man, did they align.
But again, we have 2 really strong teams playing here today. So surprised that it happened at all. Not surprised that it happened to these 2 teams in this particular matchup.
Yeah, I would agree. Now I have a question for you. I think that you bring Pyramid Head here, but do you think Demo or Pyramid Head shows their face here? Because it's only between
Probably
those 2.
I think Pyramid Head had the stronger showing of Arya's 2 picks. If Arya is going to play Killer again, which I think Arya has to play Killer again.
Yeah, it's not a
so
choice.
Arya has to play Killer again, and if I think we're gonna see Pyramid Head more than likely, because I think that was definitely the stronger choice on this map. Definitely got a lot more pressure. And again, with Pyramid Head, it's kind of easier to like get the tunnel out with the cage mechanics.
Yeah.
And also if Arya can get anyone tormented when they're on Death Hook, they don't even have to worry about going all the way to a hook or worry about DS.
You know what's crazy though is that Wrecking Crew now knows like you only have 2 choices, and with how Demo was able to perform, don't you think that they're thinking the same thing? This is really gonna be difficult, I think, for both of our killers.
I don't think you lose that advantage of surprise. So now we're gonna see our teams be able to prepare.
Yeah, I mean, on the Survivor side, you might even see them change builds to try to counter each killer. You know what I mean? Oh, that'll be interesting. I just got something in my eye. Oh no.
Don't cry. I know this is a really like touching moment. Arctic Wolves and Wrecking Crew making Vigo's history by being our first sudden death matchup. Words are really hard.
I mean, I totally get it. It looks like these survivors are set though, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to our spectator role here. They are starting the match. We are gonna see Wrecking Crew survive first, and we'll see if they can take the early advantage over Arctic Wolves within the sudden death here. Again, the score is actually 59-59, but we had to employ a new scorecard to allow us to score the sudden death. So that is why you are seeing 0-0 there.
Once again, for anyone who might be joining late, what a time to join. We are entering a sudden death match. We will see all offerings at
Yeah,
I don't even-
we do see all of them that we need to see. Let's go ahead and review killer rules again because this is it. This is sudden death. So of course those hooks are what are important there. You can see the point totals, of course, for those hooks, and progressions will be worth 1 point less. 7th and 8th progression, if you are a slug god, will get you 1 point each for sure. If you do manage to get a 4K, then it will be worth 2 points as well. Entity kills such as Endgame Collapse are the corresponding hook plus progressions. Amori is only the corresponding hook, which luckily for Pyramid Head, if that's who we see, would be we'd probably see a final judgment maybe on somebody that would give full points for a death hook. So definitely still allows for you to maybe get that 30-point killer total there. Should be interesting to see in this game. Definitely type !rules in the chat if you want to know more, and we are loading right in. And of course, yes, it is a Pyramid Head, Shep.
We will see a Pyramid Head come on back out. As we talked about before, as our uses here are limited to what was used before in the trial, so we will probably see another very strong performance from Arya. Checking out what our 3-gen situation is looking like with our Corrupt Intervention. Not our 3-gen situation, what our Corrupt Intervention situation is looking like.
And can I just say that Corrupt Intervention is, of course, one of the more friendly Corrupt Interventions we see. Probably a balanced landing we're about to see here from Ace, and that is what we see. Good use of exhaustions here. Even having the early injury, try to extend that chase as much as you can.
Yeah, I think we will see a lot of really top form gameplay here. Both teams know exactly what they are playing against. So it's going to be really interesting to see how everyone responds to this. Again, waiting for that animation lock, kind of forcing Spawn to take that vault by trapping him into the corner. So even with the blade already in the ground and unable to take that M1, able to take advantage of the situation nonetheless. So we will see our first down before Corrupt falls and before our first gen can pop.
I will also note that that first hook there is also in the non-corrupt zone, which is not what you want if you're the survivors. You want them to go down possibly in the corrupt zone so you can put pressure on all these other gens, but instead he's right there near where everything's happening.
We will see a quick unhook come in. Wrecking Crew doing a really good job of making sure that they don't spend too much time in a bad position. However, we will see Pyramid Head come right back to try to tunnel out our first hook survivor here. And with no gens being completed yet, not a bad idea.
Yeah, there goes the first gen, and I can confirm we do have deadlock on the table, so for sure our survivors are going to have to deal with that. Corrupt Intervention is now down, so they can put progress on that 3-gen that we saw that was blocked by the Corrupt. So it should be interesting to see how well they pressure that.
Was that a totem falling that we saw there?
No,
Or was that a
was
missed skill
check.
That's what I thought. Not the time to be missing skill checks, but it's going to be all right, I'm sure. We see that deadlock coming down, so Pyramid Head is going to be able to come over here and pay a little bit of attention to this gen.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, that's a dry kick. We didn't see any Pop Goes the Weasel, so definitely our survivors can only see deadlock and corrupt right now, so they've got to wonder what else is on the table, but they've already seen Pyramid Head before, so they may suspect the same build that was there last time. It'll be tough to say whether or not oh man, an early kill here. 4 gens and we're gonna see a death.
Yep. Arya is showing that they are not playing around. They are here to win this, and securing that early elimination with 4 generators still on the table. That will be Spawn Peak eliminated early on in our trial.
That is unfortunate for sure. We do see deadlock and we see somebody around the logs. I'm pretty sure our killer saw too. Our killer did, chasing Claudette here. Oh man. And if they did switch builds the first time, so it's tough to say whether Spawn was the deli, but you gotta kind of hope that he wasn't, right?
Yeah, you're gonna want to hope that Deli is still on the table, especially now that you are down a survivor, because the game changes drastically with only 3 survivors left on the trial.
Yeah, seeing scratch marks over here, wondering where the survivor is. I think they missed the fact that, yep, survivor's rotating around. That was our Claudette finishing that gen, but I think the other survivor rotated around to that leg.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. Our survivors are probably going to be splitting up here and putting down a lot of pressure, as we've seen them do in the previous trials. Doing a good job of kind of keeping away from our killer and keeping them preoccupied.
Yeah,
But I don't know if pulling them to the deadlock gen was a smart idea.
I think they are running the killer very well here. So honestly, I'm not upset by having them pull to the deadlock gen. Oh man, didn't
Gosh.
have our knife in the ground soon enough to be able to punish that. Unlucky.
However, we do see the torment being dropped on Yo Humble Yourself here. So that puts him in a bad position. If he gets down, Pyramid Head can cage him and force another early tunnel out.
Yeah, we do see the down happen, of course, but it looks like a basement hook is what's in store for You'll Humble Yourself.
Yeah, generally not what you want to see. You don't want to go down near that basement because this is now going to be a really dangerous area to be in with only 2 survivors left to try to get this unhook here. And of course, Arya laying down that trail to try to get more tormented survivors. We will see, however, Wrecking Crew go ahead and commit to getting those gens done, and our deadlock generator is going to be this one in the back corner, so you can probably assume that someone is back here.
Look at
Oof,
that
and a
prediction hit.
really beautiful prediction shot with the M2 there.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Definitely we know that Nancy does have the cage. We can deny the DS with that. Looking for where our other survivor went. There's Nancy. Don't know where the other survivors are.
Just straight up disappeared. Good job on getting out of there for all of them, really. This puts our killer in a position where now Arya has to go ahead and retrack someone down. However, we will find a tormented Yui not too far away.
Yeah, but she's healthy. Now she's injured, but honestly, oh, wait a minute. Oh no, there's another injured survivor. Oh no,
Not a position you
there's
want to
Nancy.
be in. It will be a Yo Humble Yourself, who we do find over here. Ooh, and getting the down through the animation lock. You really have to be careful about that. But it doesn't look like...
Yeah, he brought that distance out on, and that's what allowed him to hit that. I'm sure the survivor thought, there's no way you have distance to hit me through this animation. I'm gonna go ahead and jump.
I was actually really confused at first because I was like, that is a very long shot. But then I saw the add-ons, I was like, never mind, makes sense.
Yeah, he came prepared, all right? Like, he was like, I know what I'm doing, don't worry.
Yeah, definitely came prepared, knew exactly what the stakes were here. We will see that unhook happen as we start chase with our only healthy survivor left. And you gotta imagine that our 2 injured survivors are going to want to reset. Well, now we have 3 injured survivors, but those other 2 survivors are probably gonna want to reset, which means that nobody is doing a generator right now.
Yeah, I want to see us keep chase with this Yui, though, because of how often she's reset.
Yeah, I do think Yui has yet to be hooked as well.
She does have yet to be hooked, so for sure, I want to see us continue chase here, and that is what we're seeing. We do see the hits. Oh,
Absolutely brutal with those M2s, and we will see our first Cage of Atonement, which means that when Vaycat is uncaged, she will not have the benefit of borrowed time, nor will DS be activated.
yeah. I wanna note something real. Well, I'm gonna wait to note it, but I have worries about this.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll save it for after the trial, though, or it maybe.
Right.
You know, I'll give my thoughts after.
Okay, and again, really dangerous to be taking that window vault, knowing that our Pyramid Head has range add-ons. Going to see that really quick down once again so we can continue the tunnel out on Vaycat here.
So this will be what actually counts as this is their first real hook there, right? Like they got the cage first, which is definitely very good for our Pyramid Head here.
Absolutely, and we will. Ooh.
I can talk about why now. Well, not yet. No, I can't.
Hey, stop playing with my emotions here. We will see the last gen pop, but you will also see on the right hand side of that screen that haste effect. So Noed is on the table, and our survivors can probably assume, but aren't quite aware just yet. And while I was gonna say with one on hook, this is a dangerous position to be in. But we will see Yo Humble Yourself go down to the Noed, alerting our other two survivors that it is on the table.
And alerting the survivors of the other thing, we do have No Way Out, and it has a full 4 stacks. So what I was going to say earlier, and I'll say now, is that a Cage of Atonement does not charge No Way Out. There were 3 stacks of No Way Out when Yui got put in a Cage of Atonement. I was going, oh no, if they finish this gen, you just missed out on 12 more seconds of No Way Out. But doing a good job and getting Yui on a hook regardless, you now have the opportunity to really get another down here and still pressure while No Way Out is still up.
Yeah, a fully stacked No Way Out is going to be brutal on our survivors here, and that will be another elimination.
As well as we just saw the totem location.
Yeah, we just saw the totem location, which is super far from where our doors are located. So I don't know if our survivors are going to be able to make it over there to try and get rid of that.
I don't even think they attempt.
I wouldn't even. There's just no time. They're gonna need to try and get these doors open as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we see Claudette running long way round.
Trying to maintain that distance, maybe force the M2 at the very least so that they can avoid getting one shot downed.
I mean, I think that's smart. You know, I'm sure Nancy is opening a door. Yep, there's the open. But I think this is 3K territory.
Yeah, Nancy doing the smart thing and getting the hell out of the trial, giving our last survivor a chance to potentially get the hatch. I don't know if circling at that window was a smart idea, because now we're going to see our survivor go down.
We do see the survivor go down for sure, and this is going to give Arctic Wolves quite the advantage going into the second match of Sudden Death. This is most definitely what you wanted to see if you're Arctic Wolves. And honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say, in the beginning of this match, I thought that it was going the other way. I thought Wrecking Crew had a lot of the pressure and had a lot of the opportunity to take this away from Arctic Wolves. But good job reeling it back in by Aria.
Absolutely, these two teams doing a good job of keeping us on our toes and keeping us guessing the entire time. Aria really turning the game around at that midway point and securing not 1, not 2, but 3 eliminations.
Yeah, that.
And I think we only saw 1 progression.
I agree. I think we only did see 1 progression. That was a really, really good show.
Absolutely, a damn near.
I think that was an 11-stage game.
Yeah. I was gonna say damn near all hook states
Yeah.
were garnered there. So very strong showing from Aria, which forces which forces Wrecking Crew to have a really good response in return.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for sure. it'll be interesting to see who they bring. I think the clown may not be the smartest choice there, of course. Bring the twins, but I think if the survivors know that it's twins, you have a tall task. Twins is easy to counter with the coordinated team.
Yeah, a well-coordinated team will be able to counter twins, especially a well-coordinated team that knows that it's coming.
Exactly. So I am worried here for Wrecking Crew. I think this is definitely looking like it is very leaning towards Arctic Wolves in this moment. However,
We've been surprised all day today.
I thought it was leaning Arctic Wolves before we had a tie game.
Yeah, before we had a tie game, forcing us into a sudden death in round 4.
Yeah, I think in order to push sudden death again, you have to get a 3K here. Really, you're aiming for a 4K.
Yeah, I think Wrecking Crew will need a perfect game here, if they want to comfortably win this.
Yeah.
Which is not a comfortable position to be in.
No, it is not. We are waiting on the invite from Wrecking Crew in order for us to go ahead and get in this last one. There's the invite. That's what I was waiting for. Thank you, Spawn. Now that we have him in here, and yes, I think. Oh, we have an update to the score. The 5th gen, for whatever reason, hadn't actually been clicked yet. So now that it has, we do have the updated score of 10-24. So it's a 14-point lead. So for sure, I think this still is. I mean, it's still pushable to another sudden death / winnable for Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, this has definitely been an insane match for everyone who has been here for the long haul. You know what exactly been going on, but for anyone just now tuning in, we are in a sudden death match going into our 4th round of the trial of Arctic Wolves versus Wrecking Crew. We found ourselves at a 59-59 tie. So now we are in what is going to be our 6th trial. We are heading into our 6th trial of the night. For these two teams, we do have a 14-point difference on the table. 14 point? I can't read. However,
yes, 14.
Yeah, 14 points difference on the table. However, if there is one thing that these two teams have shown us, it is that they will continue to surprise us. So I do firmly believe that anything is possible still at this point.
I'm inclined to agree with you there. It's been really interesting watching these two teams and just seeing there's not a huge gap between them. This is really close. This is it's stressful. I mean, like, I'm a commentator right here. I'm a shoutcaster, and I'm like stressed. Like, who's gonna win this game?
I know. I'm so stressed out. Like, oh my god, what's happening?
My goodness.
But like we said in the beginning, I mean, these two teams are both doing really well. I think we mentioned they are division rivals.
Yeah. They are division rivals, and I think it'll be fun to see. I mean, as Vigos continues into more and more seasons, I think it would be interesting to see these teams still meet up in future seasons as well. This rivalry may continue throughout anytime these two teams meet, because honestly, they're pretty good. Both of them are.
Yeah. Also, they might not be divisional rivals. I think I don't have our scorecard. I don't have our one of our cards up right now. Yeah, I don't have the schedule up right now. They are in the same conference, not the same division.
So they're
Reaction from our casters.
conference rivals.
Conference rivals. A rivalry nonetheless. I do believe we could see these two teams again in our finals. I think these two teams have potential to be there.
Yeah, honestly, I would agree. They, I mean, the teams definitely have the opportunity for sure to. I mean, both these teams could make postseason, so this is a really good opportunity for them to try to help their portfolio, right? Their resume getting to postseason, and really, I mean, they both have good showings, regardless of who comes out on top. These teams have played well, and they should feel really good about how they played. Of course, whoever loses this game, it's kind of going to be like a heartbreaker, right? It's like, we had the opportunity multiple times and we lost, but like, you know, it's
I mean, I think at this point, no matter who loses and who wins, neither team should feel poorly about what happened today. They both had really strong performances. And I think this is just a good matchup.
I agree. It looks like our survivors are set to go, though, so I am going to go ahead and move on to our spectator role, allow them to ready up, and I do see Heat readying up there, of course. We'll see if Clover and Arya goes ahead, and we'll see if either of them go ahead and ready up here soonish. But yeah, like, this is man, I'm super impressed. I think that we will see, of course, the twins here, and I think that Arctic Wolves is going to go ahead and come out on top, because I don't. Twins is easily counterable. I feel like Pyramid Head is harder to counter.
Yeah.
And that was benefit of bringing Pyramid Head here. You had a killer that is more balanced, harder to counter. You just have to have really good chases against him. And unfortunately for Wrecking Crew, their chases just weren't good enough.
Yeah, unless they were just waiting to show us how good their Victor is, I'm a little concerned. But I have faith that this is going to be a good game, no matter what happens.
I agree. All right, and so we do see all of the offerings we need to see and the cut coin. I also do think that we will see twins, because Sergeant Bishop was the clown player, and Sergeant Bishop is not our killer for this match.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but let's review how Arctic Wolves can put this away. Definitely, they are going to be trying to finish those gens, and I think to put it away, they got to finish all 5 gens, just like Wrecking Crew did. But you want to get more escapes than Wrecking Crew did, only having 1 escape. You want to try to get 2, 3, even 4 escapes in order to put this game away. And or take less hook states. I mean, if you can have somebody with no hooks escape, that also could garner you the win. Definitely, there are 26 points available for these survivors, so type !rules in the chat if you want to know more. But Shep, I don't know if you agree with me. I think the advantage is very heavy Arctic Wolves right now.
Absolutely. With only 2 rounds here to play, this is a tough position to be in if you're Wrecking Crew. But they are going into this trial knowing what their win condition is, so they do have that benefit.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, if anybody can 4K before 5 gens get done, it's probably twins, right?
I think so. Absolutely, there is a lot of potential there with the slugging power that they possess. Ooh.
Oh no, apply the sneaker directly to the forehead. That's a crush.
Goodbye, Victor. Yeah, our killer here is going to need to be on top of their Victor pounces if they want to secure the 4K early on.
Yeah, right now these survivors have proven that it's going to be tough trying to get those pounces sometimes.
Yeah, however, we do see a good application of Victor here. Charlotte is going to go ahead and respond to that because this isn't our corrupted zone.
Ooh, unfortunately going
Oh.
down at the pallet.
I didn't even see the survivor.
Yeah, that survivor unfortunately had to go down, but went down in the corrupted zone. That is good. We do have Undying falling early here. So definitely our survivors are being those totem goblins.
Yeah, definitely going ahead and looking to get those totems out of the way, which is good because taking down Undying takes away a lot of information from our killer.
I mean, we got Victor here, though, to go ahead and try to give information as well. Wow, doubling up on the gen, finishing that gen out early. And
Interesting choice.
yeah, and I will note we don't see any deadlock either.
Yeah, with no deadlock on the table, I'm wondering where Charlotte will see their pressure come from.
Honestly, these survivors... Oh, no, I didn't think about this. Arctic Wolves may try to employ this, though. With there being no deadlock, they may just finish the gens and let Heat die on hook because the camp's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if this is the strategy that we want to see our killer employing here. However, securing that second state, we're seeing a 1-for-1 trade on the hook state so far, which is not what our killer needs to be doing.
Well, I want to go ahead and I want to note this as well. The if he progresses to death, you scored 5 points for that survivor.
Mm-hmm.
With the way gens are going, that type of trade would mean if you got a 4K, you score 22 points. If they were to finish all 5 gens and you 4K, you still lose in that occasion. You actually don't want him progressing to death here. You want him getting
I
unhooked.
think the smart play here would be to allow this unhook to happen.
I would agree.
And luckily for our survivors, they do get that unhook just before Heat can go to death. But now we have 3 injured survivors, one of which is in this immediate area.
Yeah, and we do see, of course, Heat is being chased already and going down there, but apply the sneaker directly to the forehead to the victor.
And we will see that slugging pressure coming in. Our killer knows that Lori is in the area.
Oh, and picking up Ace, what a move!
Quick pickup, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no! Oh, you feel for Charlotte!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Definitely
man.
a unfavorable situation to be in. However, you do see all of our survivors injured here. So not the worst situation, but unfortunate that we do see the loss of the slug pressure we might have had there, and then the loss of the hook, which would have been an elimination.
This is insane. The amount of pressure that these survivors have put down with the amount of oh man, with the amount of like gens that have been completed, as well as just wasting the killer's time there. Yes, Heat has been eliminated, but man, that
Not
was
for nothing.
yeah, that was a 6-point elimination, but you also got what, 4 points worth of gens done, so they've only made up 2 points of this lead so far. And oh no, sneaker to the forehead again.
Victor, goodbye.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Arctic Wolves. You are putting all the pressure back on this killer.
Yeah, Arctic Wolves definitely showing that they're not willing to take this loss, not willing to take a loss here. Not quite able to get the pallets done on Victor there, so we will see Victor going for a ride and Charlotte engaging in chase here.
Yeah, and we'll see Clover just kind of holding on to Victor, creating a dead zone up here, pre-dropping that pallet though, unfortunately. Luckily, the gens over there are pretty much already done, so we're going to go ahead and see him try to run the TNL here. Unfortunately, your aura is easily read with Victor being a snitch.
Yeah, Victor is going to tell as long as he is not being crushed. However, we will see the recall on Victor. Ooh, and a good bit of patience there from our killer, waiting for Ace to go ahead and just vault that window one more time.
You know what, though? There's only one gen needed left, and you hear how close this gen is? I can confirm we have Thanatophobia. Ruin is gone. This was the same build we saw earlier. All 4 perks have been confirmed by our survivors. Lori still got the unhook. Oh, man.
Yeah, not, I mean, I guess a better scenario than eating through the borrowed time. That means that we are going to see Charlotte pick up chase with Ace here to try to wait out that borrowed time and get the down while Lori is preoccupied with Victor.
You know what, though? I think Meg finishes here in probably like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the gen go ahead and pop pretty soon here.
I was wrong, but Nia, how close are you?
There it is. Not by too much. We will see that final generator get finished, and we will see the immediate unhook.
A 2 out here wins. And
Yeah.
right now, like that is doable. And unfortunately, you're not chasing Ace. Oh, sneaker to the forehead once again. Definitely not chasing Ace is going to result in, I mean, doesn't he have the med kit? Isn't he just gonna heal up?
I do believe that is possible, and we do need to see our killer here get a 3K, but unfortunately unable to apply Victor efficiently here. So that is just going to buy our survivors more time to get those doors open and secure the 3 out.
Is this an open door? Tell me this isn't the open door. It's the open door.
That's unfortunate.
Yep, these survivors are Gone gone, and that's going to confirm the win for Arctic Wolves.
Yeah, definitely a good try from Wrecking Crew to try and take this win in the sudden death round. But I think Aria set their team up for success, and their survivors clutched the win for Arctic Wolves.
Oh my goodness! And I will say that in order to get us all the way to like all of our games for the day, unfortunately we are going to have to go ahead and skip the interrogation room that we normally have, because we actually had to use that time on on sudden death. But definitely really good performances from both teams. We do see Arctic Wolves being convicted of murder with their sudden death victory of 20-42 there. Definitely within the actual trial, it was 59-59 tie. So this will be the first time a team has gone over 100 points in a match as well within Vigos.
Yeah, definitely some really good gameplay from both sides. That was really anyone's game up until that point, but Arctic Wolves did pull through and proved why they have been such a force to be reckoned with within this season.
Yeah, this was very crazy, honestly. Definitely, we do see Arctic Wolves convicted of murder, and we'll be going dark for only a few minutes for me to change the assets for our next game, and we'll be going live again with the game I believe is Entity and Monarchy, right? Or am I wrong on that?
Yep. No, our next game is actually going to be Monarchy versus 6. So if you guys are looking forward to that game, we will be starting that in just a few minutes here. Sit tight, but we do need to set up for that. So we will be watching a Monarchy versus 6. We will be bypassing our interview since we did have to go into a sudden death match.
Yeah, for sure. It is this was a fun match. It was spicy for sure.
Spicy start to our